Pat, I'm sure you agree with the sentiment expressed by Mr. Benton. What I found interesting, according to the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor 2014 report, South Africa, in terms of South Africa's entrepreneurship growth, I mean, the numbers have literally almost doubled from 19% in 2001 to 37% last year in terms of the number of people who are emerging as entrepreneurs. That's good for the country.
That's brilliant for the country, and particularly amongst young people who more and more see their role in an enterprising manner and less so simply going into employment. Now, many young people still look for employment, let's be realistic, but the increasing percentage who see themselves being enterprising is very encouraging.
What has led you, LifeCo, to partner with the IDC, the Standard Bank, and to start this 32 million rand fund? What prompted that?
You know, LifeCo UnLtd is in its 18th year and has quietly been busy getting on with the work of growing about 55,000 people around the country. And IDC and the Standard Bank recognizes that if they support our pipeline, we not only produce young people who have the right mindset, but have the enterprising skills. From our point of view, growing almost 150 of these entrepreneurs over the next 3 years is a critical next step in that pipeline.
Is there a big difference between social entrepreneurship and what you call just normal business entrepreneurship? Or are they just as much of a muchness? They are the same thing anyway.
Entrepreneurship is the overarching activity. However, underneath that, you will find some people who want to be entrepreneurial for self-gain, and those who want to be entrepreneurial for society's gain. And that's the difference. Business principles for social and environmental impact.
Now, the role of social entrepreneurship in growing sustainable economies. I mean, South Africa is growing at about 2% currently. It has become globally a very big focus area.
It has. Even the G8 has now put a special committee in place to look at unlocking $1 trillion to support impact investing or social and environmental entrepreneurship. And that will spread. It's recognized at the World Economic Forum as well.
Yeah. Now, you asking now for people to come and apply for this fund. Is this fund got a special name or is it just a LifeCo fund? And if I'm watching now and I want to access it, how do I access this LifeCo fund?
It's a fund that is housed with LifeCo UnLtd, and we are the implementing partners. And the way to access that, if any social or environmental entrepreneurs are out there amongst your viewers, is to simply go to www.LCU-SA.com and apply.
Okay. Can you give us an idea of criteria? I mean, nowadays people say, I've got capital available or I need to access capital and I apply, and then they want security for me, they want this. What are the basic criteria for me to consider when I'm applying?
As long as you are someone who's enterprising and you've got the ability to show us at the panel, because you will pitch for this, it's not just granted out because you happen to be there, and you demonstrate a social or environmental mission as a core part of your business, and it is based on business principles, not just grant-based. We look to support you. That's how we'll grow businesses.
So there's interest to be repaid on this?
No, there isn't interest to be repaid. However, at the higher level of 500,000, our trust will take a stake in the company so that in time we can find the dividends and put it back into the early stage of the pipeline in schools and universities.
Okay. Are there particular sectors of the economy that you want to support, or if the idea is enterprising enough, no matter the sector, you will be supporting it?
Regardless of sector, if you can show that there's social or environmental impact, we'll consider it.
Okay. Besides funding, what are other challenges, very briefly, Pat, that a social entrepreneur will be facing in South Africa today?
Skepticism. A social entrepreneur steps up and is not taken seriously because you're seen as an NGO. That's what we know in this country. And social entrepreneurs, there's some great examples who find enterprising ways to drive change, and they will trade for change and not beg for small change. They're business people in every single way. They just don't want to pocket all the profit necessarily.
Yeah, doing it for the good of society. Pat, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
We'll track down this fund and see how it is going to do in a few months' time. I appreciate you. That's LifeCo founder Pat Pillai.